What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. I hope you guys are doing phenomenal tonight. Hope everyone has had a great Sunday. We're going to hop in to some week 16 reactions and find out if you guys made it to the 2024 Fantasy Football Championship or not. Of course, we still have Sunday Night Football left as well as Monday night's matchup, but you guys should have a pretty good idea of where you are currently standing and if you have a shot to make it to the championship or not. And of course, going to answer any fantasy football questions that you guys have in the meantime as well. If you guys do have questions in regard to Sunday night's action before Sunday Night Football kicks off, and if you guys have any questions in regards to Monday Night Football as well. So hop on in here. Let's talk some fantasy football. What happened to you guys in week 16 so far? And how does it look in terms of headed into week 17 or not? And let me know what you guys need, of course. And we're going to go through some of the games here. I mean, we had some big performances. We had some very costly performances. And the fantasy gods were all over the place today. We'll just put it that way. So let's start with Jalen Hurts, who had to exit Sunday's game. This is a big one, and I know it affected a lot of you guys. Had just 4.5 fantasy points against the Washington Commanders before he had to exit with a concussion and was out for the remainder of the game. I know people out there lost their matchups due to Jalen. I mean, and there's nothing you can do here. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback 3 going into the week. He gets hurt. It happens. It's part of it, right? Pete's here. What's up?
What's
up? Just talking Jalen Hurts is what we're starting with tonight. The fantasy gods, we're not with you if you're a Jalen Hurts owner. Unfortunately. Yeah. Luckily, just about every other Eagles player made it through. I mean, Devonta Smith had 11 points. A.J. Brown had 23. Saquon Barkley obviously had that huge run at the beginning of the game, 27 fantasy points, 2 touchdowns. So luckily, everybody else involved in the game for the Eagles came through here. And in terms of the Commanders, huge day for Jaden Daniels. We got so many questions about Jaden Daniels throughout the week. And fortunately, I told you guys, I'm still rolling with Jaden Daniels if I got him, right? And same thing with Scary Terry. So Terry had a touchdown, 17 points. Jaden Daniels, 5 touchdowns. I mean, he had 2 picks too, but who cares? It didn't matter.
Who does not matter?
No. 81 yards on the ground. That was his 3rd highest total on the ground on the season. So monster day for Jaden Daniels. Unfortunately, Zach Ertz ended up doing nothing in this game, but he probably shouldn't have not even been playing. But a lot of big performances today. A lot of big performances out there. And that's the good news. Bijan Robinson, a big day. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a very good day. You still you saw a lot of solid floors. Like Drake London still had 10 points. DJ Moore, 14 points. Jackson Smith and Jigba, big day. Ooh, I like that effect.
My lights are freaking out over here.
I thought you were like turning them off at first. And then
no, my TV remote over here is the same as my light remote. Oh. They're spazzing out. I turned on the TV to get the Sunday night game ready over there.
JSN, a big day. Brock Bowers, a big day. We saw a lot of 20+ point performances. Kittle at 18 points.
Jonathan Taylor, two belts and 3 tutties.
Massive day. James Cook had 27 points. I mean, it was actually a pretty good day overall for fantasy. Like there weren't too many duds. And I like with Jalen Hurts, like you can't get too upset. It's like obviously the game script was going to be pretty good if he was in the game. So I was happy that Kyler Murray I mean, it wasn't pretty. He had a lost fumble. He had a pick, but he did have 23 points. We talked a lot about Kyler Murray throughout the week. So,
Kyler Murray is the short Daniel Jones. I'm officially calling him that now because he played like a lot like Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, that might be a fair way to. I mean, he might end up on the Vikings next.
No. Nobody wants him. There's a height requirement. We like big, strong ginger boys over here.
And we talked a lot about the Viking Seahawks matchup as well. And luckily, in the end, right, the weather did not matter, and a lot of big performances in that game, including Darnold, who had well, hold on, I'm looking at a 6-point passing touchdown league, so 22 points, very solid, very solid. Chuba Hubbard, a monster day, 32 points. Devon Achane had a monster day. I mean, who really were the big busts of the week? Like, not including
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen,
there 14. We go. That's a big bust.
Yeah, and I mean, it was kind of like the writing was on the wall with Josh Allen. Like, it was almost too good to be true. Like, you kind of had to see him come somewhat back to earth, but I think back to earth for most people would be like 20 points, The
Rams receivers, they were bad. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua bad again.
Yes. Brenton Strange, not a thing. It's not a thing at all. That was very unfortunate. But yeah, Cooper Kupp was one that I was, all week long. Like, if I got Kupp, I'm rolling with him. He did not show up today. Khalil Shakir, a bad game. Jacoby Myers, who I talked about a lot in this morning's video, nothing there. Jawan Jennings, a bad game. Aaron Rodgers, a lot of people putting faith in Aaron Rodgers this week. Nothing there. Keenan Allen had a big game. Jameson Williams had a big game.
J-Mo, man. He probably should have had more. It felt like Detroit kind of stopped throwing to him.
Goff ended up having a big game too, which he was another guy we were a little worried about if you guys were in last night's stream. But overall, I mean, it was pretty solid. It really came down to who did you play and who did your opponent play. And obviously, we still got 2 games left, so plenty to get into. But this is kind of what you want in week 16, I feel like, major injury to hurt. Well, maybe not a major injury, but a major injury for the day, right? But outside of that, it was pretty good. Like you said, the Rams wide receivers did not. Puka was fine. I mean, 13 points doesn't kill you. Not what you're looking for, but it doesn't kill you. Kupp hurt you bad,
B-Rob, 2 points. That was another bad one.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, obviously we had a couple in the Saturday games and Thursday too, but nothing too crazy here. And I feel like
Patrick Taylor, who we were off of Patrick Taylor. Great call. Yeah.
Luckily, we were low on Patrick Taylor. We'll see how Kendre Miller shapes out too, but and I'm glad DK Metcalf had a pretty good game. We're kind of in on DK Metcalf last night as well, so felt good about that. 14 points. I mean, like, that's pretty good. Pat Frymuth had an awful game. I know he played yesterday, but yeah, it was not that bad of a day. Deebo Samuel, I kept saying it for like the past 2 or 3 weeks. Like, I think Deebo's finally somewhere going to have a big game, and I still had no faith in starting him today. But he arguably had his best game of the whole season. Actually, fantasy wise, he did 25 points. So Breece Hall was pretty solid. Michael Penix was not a good start. I'm glad we talked about that last night. Do not start Michael Penix. And
it was for the exact reason we said. Bijan.
Yeah.
Bijan had all the touchdowns.
Yeah. Trey McBride. McBride, a bad day.
Killed.
That was weird.
I literally had like the worst day possible in my home league in my semifinals. Like, I had Josh Allen, I had Puka, I had Trey McBride. I had to go against the Falcons defense and Jared Goff. Like, just like, oh my God. The Falcons defense is one that I am just not happy about.
I am glad I told just about everyone who asked about Atlanta or this team. The 2 defenses that I was pretty high on consistently through the week were Cincinnati and Atlanta. So I do feel good about that. And I did start Atlanta in 2 semifinals today. So I'm sorry that happened to you, Pete. But
I mean,
uh,
2 touchdowns, a
yeah,
little
yeah,
overkill, guys. They just give up 42 to the Vikings 2 weeks
yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I'm so I have a chance to go to 6 championships right now.
Ooh.
I'm very highly likely going to 3. Probably going to 4, and then the other 2 are kind of like we'll see what happens. But
Well,
feel pretty good about that
JJ
actually.
JJ killed me in the auction league. He's gonna send me.
Oh,
I was like a lock to win the auction league, go to the finals. And JJ and Josh Allen doing nothing. It's gonna send me home. But I'm looking like a catch fam league 5. I think I'm gonna be in the championship against
nice.
J-Dub or LeBron's. And they
Yeah,
were talking about that one last night. Fun.
yeah. Looks like you're in. You are in officially. No one left on
Officially, yeah.
either team. There you go.
There you go.
Very nice. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying. And like I said, if you guys have any questions for Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, let us know. Let us know how it's looking for you guys. Are you going to the championship? How did Week 16 go? Who did you start? Who did you have against you? All that good stuff. And we're just going to hang out for a little bit here before Sunday Night Football kicks off. Carlos went with Murray over Rodgers. Thank goodness. Nice. Very nice. So, yeah, and that was kind of that's what we said last night.
Yeah, it was like kind of like, it's close.
Rodgers would be the floor, but the upside is going to be with Kyler. And this is probably the time of year to take the upside, right? McClan, I made it a 3-point game, and I got McMillan. The Bills defense saved me. Very nice. Yeah, as weird as that game was, right? The Bills defense very solid, 15 fantasy points. I had them on the must start video, but kind of just viewed them as like a floor option as the week went on. So Dom made it with the Falcons defense, Jaden Daniels and Barkley. Very nice. Hall and Mix almost sold me. I had Spears and 4 my bench. So Spears was one that, I mean, he had a huge day with Pollard active. I mean, this is his second game in a row where he had 2 touchdowns. And week 17 against Jacksonville. So
the Pollard being active kind of screwed a lot of people because he
yeah,
really wasn't healthy and he didn't play at all in that second half. It
yeah,
looked like it was all Tajay Spears who
yeah.
did exactly what we thought the running back would do against Indianapolis.
Yeah, Tajay out touched him in total on the game. So I mean, not by much, but still. And this is gonna be another weird kind of conundrum going into week 17 because the matchup's good enough where you could start Pollard or Tajay. But I also talked about this in like the sneaky start video. I think when I talked about Tajay, there's a real possibility that with Tony Pollard banged up, like the Titans are not trying to risk him. Like he's signed through next year, so he might be active, but you know, Tajay's still on a rookie deal, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, lots of you guys are going to the championship. Awesome. Down 4 points with Green Bay's defense and McLaughlin. You should be good. Praying nothing weird happens. I mean, I guess those are 2 positions that could get negative points, but I think you're good. Space Coast probably out in both my leagues. Don't forget, if your league is put together how it should be, play for third place. Should be a prize for third place. Down 148.93. I've got Irving Watson. He's got I don't know who Feeder is. And Packers defense. Reed, maybe? You're down 148 points? 148 to 93. Okay, I was like, wait,
Okay.
what? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you never know. I've seen weirder things happen, but that is quite a mountain, even with Bucky and Watson left. And he's got two players left, so we will cross our fingers for you. Space goes down by 11. My 12-man still have Reed. He's got Love. Yeah, that's tough. Because if Reed's...
yeah.
I mean, unless Jordan Love throws no touchdowns and Reed has like 20 receptions, like, you know, I mean, you never know. But that's tough as well. J-Dub's good to see you. Up by 9, my other league. He's got Dowdle in the Cowboys defense. Hurts going down didn't help. Keenan and Jonnu on my bench. Yep, those are tough calls. Maybe Dowdle gets hurt and the Cowboys give up 40 points. I mean, but that's the thing. If you had Hurts, it's just like you're at such a disadvantage.
I forget what league does that. Is it Yahoo or NFL where it's just team quarterback? So if a
Ooh.
quarterback does get hurt, you get the points. But it is like a double-edged sword because if like a backup comes in a blowout and throws a pick, you're losing those points.
That is interesting. Kenny Pickett was not great, but he certainly
But
wasn't awful.
He got points.
Yeah, 10 points. So
Yeah.
And honestly, he did everything that he needed to do as a backup quarterback in this game. Like they were a Devonta Smith
Drop
football from winning the game, but I was happy that the Commanders won, of course. But that's an interesting way to play. Yeah, A-Chain just went crazy. That touchdown at the very end of the game just was like either really hurt you or it really helped you. Scary Terry came through. Judy did not. Yeah, I wish we were a little more vocal about the Judy call because we talked about it a lot in last night's stream, not really liking Judy with DTR at quarterback. And yeah, I mean, it just happened. But and Jameis Winston's hurt, but I'm like,
How,
I don't know.
How do you play DTR? He's awful. DTR is awful.
2 picks, a fumble. Like it wasn't. He has some rushing upside, but that's it. Like, are they going to start Bailey Zappi next week? Like, I think I don't know what the Browns are going to do. Who knows? Who cares? But I do care because I want to start whatever defense facing them next week. Don't have a playoff. I played Hurts and McBride today. Don't have a playoff. Not a good fantasy week, and it's tough. I mean, how are you going to sit Hurts and how are you going to sit McBride? McBride had the best matchup of the entire season. That one hurts. Jacobs, how's all the catch fam leagues doing? Let's see. So catch league 5. We'll see. The way it displays for me, I can't tell which games are which. So I'll have to let you guys know on Tuesday's stream when it all updates. If I looked at my phone, I could tell, but I need Bucky Irving to go off and CD to do nothing. I mean, it could happen. It could, but it's a great matchup for CD Lamb and for Bucky. Derek, RP to 2 of my teams. Still have a shot with one team, Shakir and Strange. Yeah, Shakir, I mean, he was very close to scoring a touchdown that got broken up, but it was just not a good game for him. And the game script was perfect. They needed to throw. But it's just one of those games where Ray Davis was good out there, him and James Cook, but the receivers did nothing in this game. Nothing at all. Kincaid didn't do a whole lot. Mac Hollins was the highest fantasy scorer with 4.5 points. So that's not a good sign.
That's bad. That's flat out bad.
Yeah. But Shakir has had double digits every game. Except for 3, including today. So just 2 games before this, he gave you single digits. So, and it was not a bad matchup. Yeah, it's just tough. And
as soon as I saw that first drive from New England, like when they went down and Booty catches the touch, I'm like, oh no, this is going to be a close game and it's not going to be easy for Buffalo.
Yeah. But that's good for fantasy as opposed
to, it just felt like New England's coming to play. Buffalo's going to struggle. Like New England can't score 40 points. They're going to score 21 and Buffalo's going to be at 24 or whatever. It's like, this isn't going to be fun.
Yeah. But Brenton Strange was like, it's a great matchup, and Mac Jones was not as good today, but he wasn't bad necessarily. He wasn't good. It was all Brian Thomas Jr. essentially. Parker Washington was okay in this game too, but honestly, I think Brian Thomas Jr. should be MVP on the season. This man is playing as good a football as anybody at wide receiver right now. monster day for him. But yeah, Brenton Strange was like, I mean, he had the fumble late in the game. It was just ugly. A-Chain, the 2-minute drill, yeah, like we said, either really hurt you or really helped you. Caesar, I'm up by 4. He has Rico and I have Evans. Yeah, this will be close, but I would lean if you got the 4-point advantage and Evans. I'd say I like that a hair better. So you should be good. Ryan won my championship this week. A-Chain, Connor, Allen, BTJ. Yeah, big performances. Still have Baker left to play. Very nice. Oh, your league ends this week. Very nice. Congrats. Andrea, good to see you. Andrea made it in 2 out of 6 leagues. Not bad at all. Bucky or Kendre Miller? It is Bucky all the way. Not even close. Dallas 28th against running backs in fantasy. Bucky's been balling. Got to go Bucky here. A little nervous playing Bucky with his injuries. It's worth the risk. I mean, he did not look hurt at all last week. The matchup's too good. This offense is going to be way more productive than the Saints with Jake Hayner. So give me Bucky. Tommy, what's going on, man? Seahawks made it close there. Vikings pulled through. Took 5th in the catch family number 5, and you spoke to me for 5th place in number 2. Yeah, we had honestly, the catch league number 2 just became me versus Tommy, like, because we did the A-Chain Henry trade at the beginning of the season. So as long as I beat Tommy, I was happy.
That was collusion. That was collusion in that league. I remember that.
Well,
I got stuck with no running back there. I got stuck with Isaiah Pacheco instead of Derrick Henry.
And A-Chain overall was more productive the past
better.
couple weeks, actually, when Tommy and I played each other. So it was interesting. Tommy, you started Michael Penix. You deserve to lose.
Yeah, come on, man.
I didn't even see that. My team I had Jaden Daniels, Chuba, Henry.
It's over.
Yeah. I mean, I still have Bucky and CD left, and I'm
going to the toilet bowl in that one. Woo! 7th place.
Hey, the toilet bowl, you get
the entry fee back.
Yeah.
I'll win it for you. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Gotta give it incentive.
Me and Chance. Oh, cats. I wanted to play cats just for the lulz.
Where's Cats? Where's Cats? Cats, where you been? Haven't seen you in the chat. Big Lou's down by 30 in one league. He still has Jacobs, I have Baker and White. I mean, you never know.
That's doable. That's definitely doable. It's tough, but it's doable.
But 30 points is a big advantage, and I think Jacobs might have a huge game.
White's got to match Jacobs, and then Baker's got to tee off tonight.
Yeah,
Baker throws a touchdown to White. You're in it.
It could be close. Oh, Katz is right here.
There you go.
What's up, bro? I don't know. I thought I had teams still in pods this week, and when I checked today, I don't see them, which is confusing. So either I have no teams
or all teams,
or it's not showing me until because when I checked, I swear when I checked earlier in the week, it was still showing a ton of teams. So I'm confused, but all my teams that I thought were advancing were in smaller tournaments. They're not like Best Ball Mania, but like puppies and mini poodle, all those little tournaments we did throughout the year. But maybe I'm out in all of them. I might be. Tommy, I'm moving on in my 10-team league. Is this your first championship that we talked about last night or in the comments? I've got 106. My opponent is 143. All his players already played. I got Baker, Evans, and McLaughlin in Green Bay. You definitely have a pretty good shot here, Marty. I mean, you only need 43 points, right? Well, that would put you ahead by 3. So 40-ish points. I mean, Baker and Evans could do that alone. Yeah, you got a good shot. for sure. McLaughlin and Green Bay kind of give you a nice cushion. Who's going to win tonight? I'm going to take the Bucks, but I think the Cowboys will make this interesting. Bucks are on the road here. Josh Allen might have cost me a shot in the championship. Crazy, because he got you to where you are.
Got you that pie or into the semifinals.
Yeah. It's just tough. And we had a lot of good quarterback play today. And the one he needed the most didn't quite show up. Up 16, Dowd would have a bad game and McManus to have his best. If McManus has like a double-digit game, he could kind of.
I like McManus this week too. I think it's going to be I think he's going to have a good week.
Need Lamb and Evans not to score so I can beat Steven. Well, I hope you beat Steven. Steven is having like a great year in fantasy, of course. So you're projected to win by 4. Dang, and that's the catch league number 1 that you won last year, Andrea. So I'm rooting for you over Steven. My team is bad in that league. Disappointing team. Down by 11 points, full PPR. I have Evans and Packers defense. They have Baker. That'll be close. Started Hurts, but A-Chain's give me a chance. I think you have a shot here, Chris. I do think Baker's going to have a good game, but Evans, and I really think the Packers defense is going to have a big week. So, yeah, just roll with Bucky, PV. You got this. I would not start Kendra over him. Kat's glad to see that you're doing well. Good to have you here tonight. We need an update, Cats. Hunter Henry versus Kincaid and Anthony Richardson versus
anybody. Jordan Love and Kyler Murray.
Jordan Love and Kyler Murray. We need the update. It's not like J-Lo or Kyler are going crazy, but I think they still outscored A-Rich.
I'll look. I'll do some digging.
Marty, Ford's in my flex. BTJ and Bowers kept me in the flight. Very nice. Yeah, Ford ended up having a very good game. J-Dubs, do I have a chance in Catch League 1? Yes, you're projected to win by 5. You must have a lot of. You got Rico, Jacobs, Bucky left. You got a chance. Baker on your bench. That's sad. And in league number 5, you're projected to win 131 to 127. So for sure. Dang, it hurts in both those leagues too.
Ooh.
Have one big board qualified, but it lost Dell. Miss Qual by 0.5.
Ooh.
And a mini Schnauzer. Hope you guys all win whatever it is that you'll win in those tournaments. Cats, I need Tolbert to put up 15 or Jacobs to put up 22 in another contest. It could happen.
Tolbert.
Yeah, it's a good matchup for Tolbert, and it's a great matchup for Jacobs. Joe Burrow got me to where it was, and Josh left me there. BTJ is him. Worried about Connor next week. Yeah, I guess the Cardinals being eliminated. But so far, all these eliminated teams are showing up. So, but Connor's also a little banged up. That's right. Forgot about that. We'll see what happens. He's kind of known to play through injury, so. Crazy to see the battle of the top rookies, BTJ versus Bowers. They're both balling. So I have a very close matchup. And I was really close to benching Jawan Jennings and Brock Purdy for Cooper Rush and McMillan, or Cooper Rush and White. But Purdy was fine. It's just Jennings and Cup kind of killing me. This is in the Catch Fam Dynasty League. So I'm up 172 to 140. He has Evans and Baker. So I'm up by 32. It's going to be close. Gonna be close. Let's see here. Oh, I rallied in the Catch Fam single quarterback dynasty league. I was projected to lose, and Devon Achane, Debo, Kittle changed that for me. Now I'm projected to win, so I'm happy about that one. But overall, a good day for fantasy. I feel like Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen were the biggest slaps to the face today. Couple guys in between there, but and once again, you can't do anything about the Jalen Hurts situation.
Tell him to slide. Should have slid. Shouldn't have dove head
Yeah.
first into a concussion.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But a lot of good quarterback play today. I mean, even Anthony Richardson had a good game. Bryce Young had a monster game with like 31 points. Just nuts. Or 27, but still. I benched Goff for Darnold in one league, and I felt
terrible until that last drive.
But then Darnold only had 6 less points, so I was like, okay, that's fine. Sladden, I dropped 130 on this clown, and I remember this is a guy who talks smack. That's what you said last night. Up by 50, he's got Kraft, Evans, and Bucky. I got CD and Rico. You should be fine. I mean, 50 is a pretty good lead. Kraft, Evans, and Bucky should help you hold on there. I do think CD will have a big game. Rico should be solid. Yeah, Patrick Taylor was a whole lot of nothing. The game script didn't really help him, but it just wasn't there. And nobody else really got touches. Yeah, Izzy didn't. Keyshawn Vaughn didn't. Kyle Hushek got a little involved. A catch and one touch, but I mean, the encouraging thing is that Patrick Taylor saw all the volume. Just did nothing with it. They tried. They were close to the goal line and tried, but it just wasn't there. Chase beat the Saquon owner with JT. Most of the season, I hated I took JT instead of Barkley. That's just how fantasy goes. Are we counting games? AR got hurt. Either way, probably took the L.
It all counts, and Jordan Love also got hurt, and he's up 60 points on AR.
Yeah, it's the entire season.
But AR got benched. Hold up, chill. AR got benched. He did not just get hurt. He got benched for being bad.
It's true. Henry was an impressive call, though. Henry over Kincaid. We'll give you that one. It feels like yesterday we were talking about this in summer. Did you guys see Hertz gave the ref a thumbs up? I did. Yeah. I mean, they all do this.
He was going back in. Yeah. They were not going to let him. He was like, I'm going in. It was fourth down.
Yeah. I mean, they all, I think a lot of NFL athletes, for the most part, have come to terms with the risk, and
they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, they're okay because their livelihood for their first 40, 50 years of their life is going to be pretty damn good. So they're not as concerned as you may think, but
it's also a bet. It's like, with how much money I make, maybe there'll be a cure or a fix for my brain by that time because I make that money.
Yeah. Started Love over Darnold, but only need 9 points. You should be good. Love will get you 9 points.
Yeah, I think it's just cold tomorrow. Not going to be.
Yeah. The only really concerning game was the Seahawks-Vikings game.
And it was bad in the first half. It was awful weather. I was very concerned with the Vikings in the first half, catching the ball, even though we didn't do anything when it was clear.
Yeah. JSN went crazy. JSN is playing like a dog, Dave.
They got away with a rub route for his touchdown. Let's chill. They threw a nice little pick route, and they rubbed off Byron
touchdown,
Murphy.
Sure. But there's some nice catches in between there, too.
The one up the scene, Gino was playing lights out until the end of that game.
Yeah, until he threw a pick, of course.
Until he Gino'd it up.
Yeah. He had a big game. He had
like 20.
One of his best games of the season. His second best fantasy-wise.
Typical.
Well, He's still 14 touchdowns to 13 picks on the season, though. He had Saquon and Connor. Nice, and he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, Falcons defense. Got to pat myself on the back there. He had JT and benched him for Bucky. That is tough. But it's still, I think, going into the week, the right call is Bucky. But it is tough. Taylor made the semis in 6 leagues and winning 4 of the 6. That is basically the exact scenario I'm in. But I got 1 or 2 that's real close here. I got a good shot, but I'm not counting them as wins yet. One of them more likely than the other. My opponent had both JT and Barkley, and I got in. Let's go. Yeah, there are just a lot of big performances today. And that's one thing I talked a lot about throughout the week was the game scripts that are going to be forced due to playoff implications. But then you also had games like the Titans-Colts, like teams are playing for nothing, and there's 68 points scored. And I did say this last night, Nick Westbrook-Akine did score today. He only had like 8 fantasy points. He did score. The Panthers knocked the Cardinals out of the playoffs for no reason. Like, there's just a lot. I wish I had harped more on the Lions and my thesis on them this week and them needing to throw the football more and Sam Laporta and Jameson Williams having big games because I talked about it throughout the week and then it all happened.
That stupid play. Oh, fake. Only Chicago would fall for a fake fumble stumble to leave Sam Laporta wide open 30 yards for a touchdown.
That was definitely impressive in a sense. But
they never do that against real football teams. That's all that's all I'm gonna say. They do it against bad teams. All this razzle-dazzle stuff is just Chicago. Yikes.
I mean, Chicago might never win a football game again except today.
Jane Daniels literally snatched the soul of that organization. They were about to be 5-2. Now they've lost 9 in a row.
Yeah. And he's the true rookie quarterback of the year.
Oh, he locked
next
up.
To Bo Nix. Bo Nix is up there too.
No Bo Lever after blowing a 21-point lead.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, it's just a weird league. Well, Jalen Hurts didn't sell you. He did, but
he sold.
It's an injury, Allen
didn't slide and didn't fake. He didn't give a good enough thumbs up.
Yeah,
clearly, just bad.
Should have been more convincing. Yeah, but those have to be the 2 biggest because there's just nothing you can do to come back from it. Yeah. Miller or White in full PPR. I'm going Rachaad White. Better matchup, still getting the touches, has been utilized a ton over the past couple of weeks, even with Bucky balling. Bucks got to win this game, especially, they're only 1 game ahead of the Falcons, and the Falcons have the tiebreaker, and the Falcons looked better today, I suppose, although they played the Giants. So I don't know how much to read into that, but down 54, I got Evans, Bucky, and McLaughlin. You think I got a chance? You definitely have a chance. For sure. You could easily get 40-ish out of Baker and Evans. And Chase McLaughlin could be the cherry on top. So he had 18 in week 15. So you have a chance for sure. I've seen much worse scenarios. Had JT, Barkley, Goff, Amon-Ra, and Atlanta's defense, but in my other league, I was 12-2, put up 332 the past 2 weeks, and still got eliminated. Jeez. Yeah, it is pretty crazy last 2 weeks here. And it always is. Allen lost me my championship. It's up to Evans and Aubrey to get me 23 points. I'm 15-0. 15-0? That's hard to do. I've had 1 season where I lost 1 game and then lost in the semifinal. That's the closest I've done. But Evans and Aubrey for 23 is very possible. I think Evans alone could do that. But with Aubrey there, I wouldn't be freaking out too much. I would imagine you're still projected to win. Evans has done that in 2 of his last 3 games. And Aubrey, I mean, has had 9 or more in 4 straight games, so it should be good. Have Evans, Bucky, McLaughlin, Green Bay's defense down 53. He has Kendre Miller. You still have a shot, I think. A shot for sure. 53 is a big lead, and Kendre Miller will make that interesting, but you've got a shot here for sure. All right, guys, so we'll start wrapping up in the next couple of minutes here. We did this instead of Pete's normal Sunday night video. Just react live here, and we'll have waivers going up right after Sunday Night Football, and then a defense video going out shortly after that. And then we're just hopping into Week 17's content. It's going to be fun. Yeah, that sucks, because if you had Hurts here, I think you'd probably be projected to win. Well, that makes it close. But overall, Week 16, not too bad, unless you had Josh Allen or
the best fantasy quarterback all year.
Outside of Lamar, basically the best two on the season. So at least Lamar had a big week. He started off a little bit slow in that game, but overall, pretty solid. And Brenton Strange, we'll put Strange as the third biggest bust this week. Had Goff, Jason, Adams, Taylor, Ford, Kittle, Jennings, Elliott, and Atlanta. Still love tomorrow. Going to the ship. Let's go. A lot of you guys going to the chip. Perfect. That's what we like to see. All right, guys. So that'll wrap up for the night. We got the game kicking off in about 2 minutes here. So just want to check in with you guys. Have some reactions from the week, but luckily we didn't have a lot of busts on the week. So that's the good news. Gave you guys at least a good shot to advance into Week 17 in the championship games. So, like I said, waivers coming out after Sunday Night Football. Defense coming out later tonight as well. And there's a little reaction stream for you guys. So, Pete, I'll let you say bye. And we'll get out of here. Watch some Sunday Night Football.
Well, I hope everybody who was not playing me didn't, screw you guys. But everybody else, hopefully you made it. We got next week, one more week. I can't believe, it's over, guys. It's so sad. So sad. Yes. One more week, but we got to get it done. So, yeah, be sure to check out all the content. We'll be streaming, I'm sure, sometime this week to get it all figured out, even with the holidays here. So, all right. Good job, guys.
Yeah, congrats to everyone who made it to the chip. Thank you guys for being part of the community all season long. And we got one more week of content coming to you guys, and a little sprinkle Week 18 content if you're weird and playing Week 18. And we'll do some other stuff, but one more true week left here on the 2024 season. So congrats to everyone who made it to the championship. And there's your Week 16 reactions. Everyone enjoy Sunday Night Football, and we'll talk to you guys soon. With that, I'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, he is out here on the catch. And peace.